Hey everyone! What's the deal with plastic surgery? I'm all for people doing what makes them happy, but when did looking like a doll become the goal? Seriously, have you seen some of these people? They're like walking, talking dolls. It's both fascinating and a little creepy. Today we're going deep down the rabbit hole of silicone and Botox to explore the world of people who took their love of dolls to a whole new level surgery level. Get ready, because this is going to get strange. First up, we have Valeria Lukyanova, the original Human Barbie. Valeria has captivated the world with her doll-like appearance and has become a sensation on social media. Her transformation into a living Barbie doll is nothing short of extraordinary, and it has sparked both admiration and controversy. Her pictures look photoshopped, but they're not. The surreal beauty she exudes is all real, at least according to her. People often question the authenticity of her photos, but Valeria insists that what you see is what you get. She's a real person from Ukraine, and she's internet famous for looking exactly like a Barbie doll. Valeria's rise to fame began in her home country, but it quickly spread worldwide as people couldn't believe their eyes. Tiny waist, big chest, wide eyes, perfect blonde hair, the whole deal. Her proportions are so exaggerated that they seem almost impossible, yet she maintains that it's all natural. Valeria says she hasn't had much plastic surgery, but come on. It's hard to believe that such a dramatic transformation could be achieved without some help from a surgeon. I've seen the before and after photos. Something's definitely different. Her face has changed in ways that seem too precise to be the result of just makeup and lighting. She claims it's mostly diet, exercise, and maybe a few enhancements. Valeria follows a strict regimen to maintain her figure, and she often shares her fitness tips with her followers. Sure, Valeria, whatever you say. It's hard not to be skeptical when the results are so extreme. But even if it's just makeup and good lighting, it's still a little freaky, right? It's just too perfect. The level of detail in her appearance is astonishing, and it raises questions about the lengths people will go to achieve their ideal look. And it's not just her looks. Valeria's entire persona is crafted to enhance her doll-like image. She talks in this soft, breathy voice, and she's always posing perfectly. Her mannerisms and speech are all part of the act, making her seem even more like a living doll. It's like she's playing the part of a real-life doll. Every aspect of her presentation is meticulously controlled to maintain the illusion, and you know what? She's kind of pulling it off. Despite the skepticism, there's no denying that Valeria has achieved a level of perfection that is hard to ignore. But the weirdest part? Valeria says she's not doing this for attention. She insists that her transformation is a personal journey, not a publicity stunt. She says she's just trying to achieve her ideal look. For Valeria, looking like Barbie is the ultimate expression of beauty. Like, she really believes looking like Barbie is the ultimate goal. It's a fascinating and somewhat troubling perspective on beauty standards, and that's kind of sad, isn't it? The idea that someone would go to such lengths to emulate a plastic doll speaks volumes about societal pressures and personal insecurities. What makes someone think that? What drives a person to transform themselves so completely? It's a lot to think about. Valeria's story is a reflection of our times where the lines between reality and fantasy are increasingly blurred. Next we have Justin Jedlicka, the human Ken doll. This guy takes plastic surgery to a whole new level. We're talking over 700 procedures, can you believe that? Justin's obsession with plastic surgery started when he was young. He loved Ken dolls and wanted to look just like them. And honestly, he's pretty much there. He's got the strong jawline, six-pack abs, and perfectly sculpted muscles. It's kinda crazy, but here's the thing, Justin loves it. He's super proud of how he looks and loves to show it off. He's always posting pictures online and talking about his surgeries and interviews. And you know what? I kind of admire his confidence. He's happy with how he looks and he doesn't care what anyone thinks. In a world where we're always told to change ourselves, that's kinda cool. But it's also a little scary, right? How much is too much? When does plastic surgery go from improving your features to becoming an addiction? Justin says he's not addicted, but he also says he'll never stop getting surgeries. So, I don't know, what do you think? Chapter 3. Rodrigo the other human Ken doll. Yep, there's another one. Meet Rodrigo Alves, a Brazilian-born socialite living in London. He spent millions, yes millions, on plastic surgery to look like Ken. Rodrigo's story is actually kind of sad. He was bullied for his looks as a kid, and that led to him developing body dysmorphic disorder. He became obsessed with plastic surgery, thinking it was the only way to be happy. So, he had surgery after surgery, nose jobs, cheek implants, jaw surgery, liposuction, chest implants, everything. He even had ribs removed to make his waist smaller. But the more surgeries he had, the more obsessed he became. It was like he could never reach the perfect look he wanted, and it started to hurt his health. He had problems from the surgeries, infections, and even had to have some implants taken out because they were painful. It's a warning, everyone. Plastic surgery can be dangerous, and it's important to remember that real beauty comes from inside. Chapter 4. Anastasia, the real-life anime doll. Okay, enough about the Kens. We've talked about the guys who transform themselves into living dolls, but now it's time to switch gears and dive into the world of someone truly unique. Let's talk about Anastasia Shpagina. If you haven't heard of her, you're in for a treat. This girl is on another level. Seriously, she's taken the art of makeup to a place most of us can't even imagine. We're not talking Barbie, we're talking full-on anime doll. Imagine your favorite anime character coming to life. That's Anastasia. Anastasia is from Ukraine. Noticing a pattern here? A country that's given us some of the most fascinating real-life dolls. And she's known for her amazing makeup skills. But calling her a makeup artist almost feels like an understatement. Seriously, she can transform herself into anything. But her favorite look? It's the wide-eyed, pale-skinned, brightly colored anime character. A wide-eyed, pale-skinned, brightly colored anime character. It's like she stepped right out of a manga or anime series. Huge eyes, tiny nose, perfect lips, all done with makeup. The precision and detail are mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how she does it. The level of detail and dedication she puts into each look is nothing short of extraordinary. She's like a magician with makeup brushes. And you know what? I kind of love it. It's not just makeup, it's art. I kind of love it. It's so creative and artistic. And she's clearly having fun. You can see the joy and passion in her work. It's so creative and artistic. And she's clearly having fun. It's not about trying to reach some impossible beauty standard, and she's clearly having fun. It's about expressing herself through makeup. It's her way of bringing her favorite characters to life. It's not about trying to reach some impossible beauty standard, it's about expressing herself through makeup. It's her form of self-expression, her art. It's about expressing herself through makeup. But of course, there's always a but, right? Some people criticize Anastasia for promoting unrealistic beauty standards. Even if it is just makeup. They argue that it sets an unattainable ideal for young girls and women. Even if it is just makeup. They say it pushes the idea that women need to look a certain way to be beautiful. And I get that. It's a valid concern, especially in today's image-obsessed society. But it's her face, her body, her choice. If she wants to look like an anime character, good for her. It's her way of expressing herself. And who are we to judge? If she wants to look like an anime character, good for her. In the end, it's all about personal freedom and the right to express oneself in any way one chooses. Chapter 5. Venus, the original living doll. Last but not least, we have Venus Angelic. Venus is a name that has become synonymous with the living doll phenomenon. Her journey is both fascinating and complex, filled with moments of triumph and challenges. She's like the first living doll. Venus started this unique lifestyle at a very young age, capturing the attention of many with her doll-like appearance and demeanor. She's been doing the doll thing since she was a teenager, and has built a whole career around it. Her dedication to this aesthetic is evident in every aspect of her life, from her makeup to her clothing choices. Venus is originally from Switzerland, but she moved to Japan to follow her dream of being a living doll. This move was a significant step in her journey, as Japan's culture and fashion scene provided the perfect backdrop for her unique style. And she's kind of a big deal there. In Japan, Venus found a community that appreciated her aesthetic and supported her endeavors. She quickly became a well-known figure, attracting media attention and a loyal fan base. She has lots of online followers, she's done modeling, and she's even made music. Her influence extends beyond just her appearance. She's a multifaceted artist who has explored various creative outlets. Her whole look is very doll-like. Venus's commitment to her doll persona is meticulous, involving elaborate costumes and intricate makeup techniques. Big frilly dresses, pigtails, and tons of makeup to give herself that porcelain doll look. Each element of her appearance is carefully curated to maintain the illusion of a living doll, and she's good at it. Really good. Venus has mastered the art of transforming herself into a living doll, a skill that requires both creativity and precision. She's perfected the whole doll thing, from how she looks to how she acts. Her movements, expressions, and even her interactions are all part of the persona she has created. It's a little creepy, but also kind of impressive. The dedication and effort she puts into maintaining this lifestyle are truly remarkable, even if it can be unsettling at times. But here's the thing that gets me about Venus. She always seems a little sad. Despite her success and the admiration she receives, there's an underlying melancholy that is hard to ignore, like there's this sadness in her eyes even when she's smiling. It's as if the weight of maintaining this perfect image takes a toll on her emotionally, and it makes me wonder, what's the price of living this kind of life? The constant pressure to look a certain way and meet the expectations of her followers must be exhausting. Of always trying to meet this impossible ideal of beauty, the pursuit of perfection can be a never-ending and often unfulfilling journey. Is it really worth it? I don't know. The sacrifices she makes for her art and the impact it has on her well-being are questions that only Venus can answer. I don't have the answers. But I do know that Venus's story is a powerful reminder of the complexities behind the images we see online. But I do know that Venus's story reminds us that there's more to life than just looking a certain way. True beauty and fulfillment come from within, and it's important to remember that everyone has their own unique journey. So, there you have it. The human dolls, the people who took their obsession with looking perfect to a whole new level. It's easy to judge them, to say they're crazy, to not get why they do it. But it's their bodies, their choices. And maybe there's something more going on. Maybe it's a way of dealing with feeling insecure, of trying to reach a goal that seems impossible, of wanting to be different in a world that tells us to fit in. Whatever the reason, it's clear these people are looking for something.